not ready yet.
Too late. And with that small diminutive, the third beer is open, and the last beer of the night before Dinray. And you might be wondering, hey, aren't you on the Florida Trail? Aren't you in a wilderness section? Aren't you hard off for beers? False. Re-listen to the last clip because you haven't been paying attention. We're not in the fucking dumbass backcountry woods, shitty-ass waters, stupid Florida Trail. We're in the KOA of Okeechobee. We're back. Okeechobee has become our yellow deli.
Lol.
Lol indeed. Man, yeah, our last clip was, I think it was walking on the road.
And it was
after
catch-up
talking...
of all of the plans,
Ketchup.
So there's nothing new.
I don't think Ketchup has added me on Face Friend Instagram.
Well, that's rude.
Face Friend. We should make a competing website called Face Friend, or friendogram. Facetagram. But yeah, so we made it to that little cracker general store, which was definitely a godsend.
Yeah. Oh my god.
See,
It was really good.
it was so good.
But we didn't have any water, and we hiked 10 miles with
Yeah.
no water. It was exhausting and, like, kind of scary.
A little bit. I wasn't really super thirsty. I conserved my water. I made a liter stretch from dinner all the way through breakfast, and then I even had a sip for the walk itself.
I drank the swamp water,
Ugh.
and I'm worried about it. But we'll see.
You're probably fine.
There's no turning back now.
You have a pretty good constitution.
I have a really good immune system, too, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. But yeah, we made it to the store. We had some celebratory beers, just because, why not? We're super dehydrated, so the alcohol...
And super hungry.
Yeah.
It was potent.
It was potent. We got 2 smart water bottles of water. We got 2 beers. We went outside and we chilled hard.
We got some corn nuggets.
Oh, we did get some corn nuggets. Allie saw them and she was like, "What are corn nuggets?" And I was like, "I think it's like kind of like cornbread fried."
It was like balls of sweet corn that were fried. They were really weird.
They were good, but
and like chewy.
Yeah, every time I have fried food like that, I kind of feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah, dude. There's no question about that. I was expecting that, and that's why I was like, ugh. I think that's why I still feel bad now. But it could also be giardia, parasites, or
chemical poisoning.
Heavy metal poisoning from the pesticides. It could be so many things.
You know, before Hitler committed suicide with cyanide, he gave some of the capsules to his dog to make sure they would work.
Oh, that's fucking terrible. That makes me hate him even more.
Well, first of all, that's rude. He's dead, so you should have some respect.
No.
And when I was so we're at the KOA right now, and if you go into the KOA in our area, you can go to the bathroom, and there is a swastika that has melded forms with a Star of David. A Star of David fits a swastika pretty well, which I think is kind of cool. It's like, you know, it's one love, you know. Oh
my god. You better be careful. You don't know who's going to listen to this someday.
Oh, come on. Who cares? Fuck you if you're listening and you care. Get over it. Listen to something else. Barney. I'd recommend Barney sings songs about cleaning up your room because apparently you're a baby. Roasted. Moving on.
Joke about the Holocaust.
Oh, you definitely can.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, you can.
Well, that's the comedy that you think is funny, and I don't appreciate it. Rape jokes, big no-no. Sexist jokes, no. And you just eat that shit up like a fucking...
It's called meta humor or anti-humor. It's.
Well, I don't appreciate it. And
I don't care.
Think it's funny.
It makes me laugh. Your enjoyment of it is not a pre-qualification for mine.
Okay, well, whatever.
It was funny, okay?
We had a fight today.
We did have a fight today.
Side note, so that's why we hate each other right now. But not really. It's all a joke.
Yeah, so we were at the gas station cracker general store thing. And I was trying to hitch after we had fueled up. We had some we had BLTs minus the B and put
plus
in some
chi.
Yeah. Very, I wouldn't say they were good, but they were good enough.
No, they're definitely bad.
I would have eaten like 3 of those probably.
I'm also thinking about that lettuce and her food handling preparation, according to
She was wearing
ServSafe.
gloves.
Was she?
Yeah, like the kind of gloves that are like...
You wipe your nose with and eat some snacks and then go back to working, which is totally what
Maybe.
she did. Scroll on your phone a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about my health, just in general, if you can't tell. But yeah, the lettuce could be E. coli. The water could be so many things.
Oh my god, I can't believe you drank that shit.
I had to. I had no other choice.
We mentioned
It
the
was
alligator,
either-
didn't we?
I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we did.
It was after we recorded after, but I don't know if we mentioned
Yeah.
it. If we did, sorry. If we didn't, well then here we go. There's
it's
a
just
huge,
more about the
huge
Florida Trail.
on Gut Hooks, the guide that we're following. One of the water sources, and by the
that
way,
you got the water from last
yeah,
night. My
go fuck
water.
yourself, Florida Trail, for this. But it was a gator hole, and there is supposedly a 12-foot alligator in there, and I didn't see it.
And we were like, no way. That's like huge.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist. I'm sure it's just a little one like all the ones we've seen. But when we were walking past today,
We saw it.
we saw it,
And-
and its head was like 2 feet long.
Yeah, the distance between eye and nose, which is basically the only way you can really gauge.
Isn't that what Trevor said? Like, that's how you judge the feet of the alligator,
Oh, yeah,
is the
he did
inches
say that.
between the eyes
Yeah.
and the nose.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a foot, which is 12 inches.
feet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
confirmation. Thank you, Trevor. I still feel like we should help him out with that fucking ticket, but I don't. He's like refusing
He
service.
won't let us help.
Trevor, let us help. Let us tomato.
And cheese.
And chi. Yeah.
But yeah, we saw the gator.
it was huge.
huge.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it wasn't from the section that apparently you filled up.
I filled up on the
water.
other side, which was just gross
Damn.
water coming from the other side.
I don't
with
care
the
though.
gator.
I would drink 2 gallons of that gross water in order for you to avoid that interaction with that gator, because that would have killed you.
Whatever.
No question. No, I pictured it when we started getting like towards the canals and stuff. I'm like, damn, if you go down there and you start scooping up some water in your little bottles, splashing around a little bit, your white ass arm sticking into the water looks like a deer leg. It comes up, it grabs your hand or forearm, pulls you into the water. You have no resistance against it because you're literally squatting down to get it. You're not like poised to pull against it. And even if you could, it would rip your arm off. But anyways, it takes you under the water. You're like freaking out, panicking. It starts doing the death roll. Your arm comes off. You're bleeding out in the water. It's loving it. It loves to eat you. And you're basically done for. Unless you can swim to the surface somehow and get to the shore and
If
call
it ripped
for
my
help.
arm off, we would cauterize the wound with our stoves. And
Oh my god.
what else are you going to do? That's the best thing you could do.
But this is what was going through my head when you were getting water last night, and I was like, wow.
I only
I'm
got
actually,
water-
like, scared of this trail,
Lol.
and I hate that. We hate this trail either way. It's
Man.
not for us. The
Yeah.
official decision has already been made, and we've already talked about it, but it just proves over and over that this is, like, not the way that we particularly... I don't know if
we don't
it's
roll this
just
way.
us, or... I mean, it's
It's
a lot
not.
of people, because this trail is not commonly traversed.
We
Like,
did
people
mention-
don't have this on their bucket list.
Yeah, well,
Unless they live next to the like some nice section of trail, and they're like, "Oh, I'd love to do the whole thing one day."
good luck
I
living.
love Florida; it's so beautiful.
How is it possible to live next to a nice section of this trail? That doesn't
Like those
exist.
cattle ranchers in the
No.
like .4 section that we walked through the woods today.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, but that was just farmland. It was not actually necessarily trail.
Yeah.
There were cows out there. There was shit everywhere. But yeah, I mean,
I think the only draw of the Florida Trail is the fact that it can be done in the winter, which I don't think you can really do any other long trail in the winter. Maybe the Arizona Trail, but probably not because it's high altitude.
the
It's
Lone
high
Star
desert.
Trail.
The Lone Star? What the fuck is that?
Isn't that something Brett did?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know that name. Roasted.
roasted.
Anyways, what else happened today? Oh, hitching at the
our
gas
fi- our
station.
fight.
Our fight.
So I made a sign, and it was very
It was
nice.
a very nice sign.
It was a nice
It was
sign.
great.
It said,
It looked like a homeless person sign on
Yeah.
a piece of cardboard, but you colored it in. You put a little smiley face, and you put
God bless. Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna
I'm
going to cover my bases.
stand out on the side of this highway that the speed limit is like 65 miles an hour and hold this microscopic sign that says hikers to Okeechobee KOA.
Yeah. It was
Guess
a good idea.
what? He didn't get a ride. He didn't get any hitches. I stood out there for 20 minutes, which is what we agreed on. We'll hitch for 20 minutes and then we'll look on Uber. We'll call a taxi. We'll do something else. So after 20 minutes, I was like, all right, I have to pee. I'm going to go back there and sit in the shade for a while and look at other options. And you're like, I'm having fun. I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting truckers to honk their horns. I was waving at people. I was dancing a little bit. It was a great time. And I wanted Allie to come join me.
I don't like hitching in general.
I don't even believe that.
I mean, it's fine on trails like the AT.
Florida Trail's a trail. It's in the name. It's in the name.
Yeah, but people don't know about it, and they're not willing to help out hikers, and there is no sense of trail community whatsoever, let alone trail towns. There's no hostels. There's nothing.
Enter Monrad Chandler.
Who approached me when I was sitting on the bench, and he was like, where are you guys hiking from? And I said, Key West. And he's like, where are you going? And I was like, well, we're trying to get a ride to Okeechobee. And he's like, all right, let me go in and buy my cigarettes, and I'll be right back.
Did he buy cigarettes?
I don't know.
Oh, well, don't embellish the truth. Come on, he wasn't a smoker. Monrad, I'm sorry.
He's definitely listening to this.
He is.
74 years old.
His truck did not smell like cigarettes.
His phone is his source of information.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Maybe.
Siri, give me verbal directions to the nearest Parkinson's
Give me the winning
clinic.
Lottery ticket numbers.
I'm sorry, I can't do that while you're driving. Why?
Oh, also there was this guy in the gas station. I don't know if you were paying attention, but when I was in line, he bought like 12 lottery tickets.
People love that shit.
He spent like $200 on lottery tickets.
Yeah, well,
it was insane.
It's an investment.
He was like, let me get this one, and this one, and this one. I was like, oh my god, you're throwing away your cash.
Man, they call it a tax on the poor. I mean,
yeah.
Thankfully, I'm drawn into claw machines and quarter machines where you try to get a stuffed animal or you try to drop a quarter so that it dumps all that shit out and you get like a bunch of quarters or $100 bill maybe. But I understand the appeal of the lottery, but I pity those who are falling prey to its draw, because it is. I mean, thankfully, a lot of that money goes to schools and stuff like that.
Does it really?
It does, yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
It's true. It's a loophole that makes the whole thing above board. Otherwise, it would be illegal. But anyway, we had a fight.
It was huge. We were screaming at each other. I was bawling.
And I was laughing.
So mad.
I was laughing.
No, none of that
tears.
happened.
It
wasn't even a big deal.
No, it wasn't that big of a deal. I just went over before Monrad came up and saved us. I went over and I was like,
you wanted me to come out and hitch with you because I'm the girl with short shorts that.
No, I said you could.
That fucking thirsty hoes will stop for.
Thirsty hoes aren't going to stop for you.
Thirsty hoes that are male will stop for. Thirsty dicks.
Whoa, careful now. Yeah, I just went over and I was like, can you come stand out here with me? And you were like, no. And I was like, why? And you're like, because I don't want to. And I'm like, that's not a reason.
Because I wasn't feeling well. Because I fucking drank Giardia water and my stomach hurt. And I had corn nuggets and it made my stomach hurt. And I was tired. And it was fruitless for the 20 minutes that we tried it for. And I was like, well, let's try other options.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of this, but
I wasn't
feeling good, and I can't articulate my words when I'm not feeling good.
You can't say I feel bad?
Well, I was just mad.
I was mad at you.
Because you tried, pulling my arm, and you tried to take my backpack.
I was like, can I at least have your backpack?
What? No.
Because my sign said hikers. Hikers to Okeechobee
Yeah, because they're definitely reading all of that when they drive by at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was. And on the backside of it, I had every Bible verse. From Genesis to Exodus, I'd written them out. Because people like that shit. They like to read. But anyway, it wasn't really a fight.
It wasn't really
It was
a fight.
moment of tension where I was like, God, this
we
girl
were frustrated
is, like,
at
stupid.
each other.
Yeah. Why are you not helping us?
However, I would like to note that Monrad approached me. He talked to me. I accepted his ride. And he wouldn't have seen us unless I was sitting at that bench in the gas station.
That's the irony of the whole situation.
I win. Get over it. But no, it's not. It wasn't actually
But no,
a fight.
yeah, she didn't
It was
win.
funny
You're right.
because we
Yeah.
got into his car, his truck, and we started making pleasant conversation, and it was per usual.
Yeah,
The
it was a
hitch.
typical hitch, yeah.
It was long, though. It was like a half hour, maybe.
No, it was like 20 minutes, yeah.
I don't know. He took some back roads. He was like the monarch of this town.
He was the Monrad.
apparently.
Yeah. He's actually named, his name is born on a section of the trail that we did not do. The Chandler
yeah, and
Slaw.
he owns land that the Florida Trail runs through. And
Yeah.
he said he got a little plaque.
Yeah, Friends of the
from
Florida
the
Trail.
Florida Trail Association that
Yeah.
he put out on his property, and they like mow the grass in his field that
Yeah.
the trail runs through. So what
He
a
was
treat.
familiar. Yeah, that's when it comes to getting a hitch, you really have to hope that someone going by is familiar with what you're doing and what you're trying to do.
Or else
And-
they assume you're a crazy homeless person and
Yeah.
they stare at you, and I'm just so tired of that at this point.
I don't
We've been
care.
on so many roads, and that's all the people, aside from like 2 people who have stopped and offered us a ride or water, which we've declined both times.
Mistake.
They just stare at you, and sometimes they have their phone out and they're taking pictures. I'm just like,
Who
leave me
cares?
alone. Like, just let me do my thing. I don't want to be noticed. I'm not trying to do this to... I don't know. It just gets to me. So that's why I didn't want to stand out there with my fucking thumb up and worry about that.
So
We can
instead,
share
you
this.
just had your thumb up your butt and you're on Instagram.
No, I
just-
was on Uber, Lyft, local taxi services. I tried Uber like 6 times.
Wow.
At least.
Wow. Well,
And I was ready to pay for it too. Like it was only $30. But
yeah. It
in
all
the
worked
long
out.
run, we got it for free.
Yeah, it was nice
It
because
was
it would
all
have.
fine.
it was-
He dropped us off at the exact location that
Yeah.
we needed.
It was great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Monrad. I'm sure again he's listening. And we got here, set up our stuff. I went through all my things. We dropped a little bit of weight from trash and junk that we don't need to carry anymore. And today, we should mention, was probably our last day hiking the Florida Trail.
Hiking.
Hiking,
Yeah.
that's what I said. Yeah. That's what I said.
Oh, I know.
Let the record show.
I know, but like we're not giving up on the Florida Trail.
No, we're still gonna do.
We love the Florida Trail.
Oh man, it's great. We will end up doing like we're gonna skip 200 miles. Sorry, Matt. And we will
Approximately.
do. No, it's 199 point something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
0.9?
I did a custom route.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it's just at 200.
From where we camped, or the
Yeah.
store?
No,
Because
actually,
that's 8 miles closer.
that's true. So
or 10 miles or whatever.
yeah, 9.2 or something like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
191 or something, or 190 or 189 or something. But anyway, yeah. So we'll end up doing a fair shake of this trail. Whoa!
And also, we don't care.
No.
Because this trail sucks.
Dude,
and
this
we don't
trail-
want to spend our time and money on it for too long.
The Appalachian Trail is dangerous and can be a hazard to your health, but not in the same way as the Florida Trail.
Yeah.
I mean, drinking this water. We're following this guy Matt Hinkst on YouTube and Instagram, and he got this special water filter that allows you to remove like pesticides and like agricultural runoff, and like it does more than what our filters do. And we don't have
So
those.
they say.
So
I
they
feel
say.
like that might just be a marketing tactic.
Well, I read the description of the filter, the
Oh,
S1.
It has like more.
It has
Micron filters.
You have to use that specific bottle
Yeah.
with it, and then the water also gets. It's like a double filter, but that's just bullshit to have to go through all that stuff because everyone we've met has talked about how bad the water is. Like Monrad mentioned it, the lock
Yeah.
keeper mentioned it, and I
It's
just
downflow from Orlando.
Yeah,
So
which-
maybe north of Orlando will be nice.
We
like,
said
that's
that about
where the
Okeechobee,
springs
though.
are. Yeah, that's true.
I think the water's
And
all
we had
fucked up
verbal
here.
confirmation via Matt's
Yeah,
video that
Yeah.
the people that have through hiked almost or very close to finishing said that the northern section is no better
I believe it.
whatsoever.
Why would
they
it
had
be?
nothing good to say about it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, what could possibly change? I mean, there's
less gators. It's colder up north.
yeah, the gators aren't the problem.
Yeah,
it's
not at all.
the little bugs.
Yeah,
But whatever.
whatever.
We got here. We got some beers from the BP. We got some free Asian madras, lentils and beans, which is going to be the base of my dinner tonight, which I'm excited about. We have 2 nights here at the KOA. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but it's going to be a blast.
Could go to Publix, get some fucking vegetables. I really need some vegetables.
Yeah. Man, old people love the shittiest dogs. Like,
the ugliest dogs.
I don't understand what it is. Like, Frenchies and Bostons are so much better than little Shih Tzus and
fluffy haired dogs that you need to fucking get groomed.
Yeah.
And, like, they're annoying. They bark all the time.
This
they're so ugly.
KOA has definite Smokies campground vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
That was
everyone that has passed our campsite in which we've set up our tent and have our backpacks out, they drive past in their golf carts and they smile and take pictures. And I'm sure they're talking about, oh, Craig, you remember when we started out camping in a tent like that?
And Craig's like
70 years ago.
Yeah, but you couldn't pay me to do it now.
I need full hookup, and I need McDonald's every night.
Ooh, no, I agree with that. Don't knock McDonald's.
Dude, no one, everyone drives golf carts around this campground. Like, they bring their campers and they come to this campground, quote unquote, which is a KOA resort. Mm-hmm. So it has, a pool, it has a golf course, and they don't even walk around. They drive their golf carts. It's just, the epitome of lazy old people. However, I won't knock them too much, because if I get to be the age of, 70 plus, this would be pretty sweet. If I was a very fragile person that couldn't do anything else, I mean, this would be a good option.
Yeah, it's better than a nursing home. But I'm so
far from that, and I'm allowed to judge them at this point,
sure.
So I am.
When you say quote-unquote, are you saying quote-unquote? What are you saying? What do you think that phrase is? And what do you think it means?
Unquote. It means there's a quote at the beginning, there's a quote at the end of the word or
so
phrase.
So what are you saying?
Quote unquote.
Spell that second part.
O-N.
Un.
Oh, right, because it's you start the quote and then you unquote the quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
That's not something that I'm particularly being mean about, but I think it sounds a certain way and everyone says it, because Lauren Lowe says that too. Quote unquote. But I couldn't tell if it was maybe because you're from north of the Mason-Dixon, if you were saying something different.
Or I have a homeschooled high school education.
Hey, now, stop. Quote unquote homeschooled.
I don't care. Yeah. I'm fine to be corrected on some things.
Yeah.
Other things I know I'm right, and I will stand in that until I die.
Yeah, like a pile of shit. You'll stand all up in it, quote unquote.
But yeah, we're here. We paid for a campsite for 2 nights. So we're allowed to be here, and it feels great to not go to sleep with the threat of the authorities kicking you out.
We'll sleep well. We'll probably wake up pretty early.
Maybe.
We'll probably wake up. I bet we'll be out of the tent by 8. I bet shit's going to be popping.
Yeah.
People are going to be frying up biscuits, frying up sausage.
And their campers.
How you going to have a little 12-ounce piece of sausage for 3 men, 200 pounds apiece, and a little lady who's plump? That's a callback.
An inside joke, but also a viral video.
The only hoe is out. Wow. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's good, and then we'll catch our train on Thursday, which
That'll
is
be
all
fun.
booked, and we're excited for.
You can bring beer on those Amtrak trains. You can bring anything you want, so we need to get some Subway, we need to get some beer.
Yeah. It's 2.5 hours?
No, it's 5.
What?
Yeah, it's 4 hours and 50 minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah, and
That's
we
crazy.
need to probably be at the station around 1:30 or so.
Yeah.
But it's north of here, so we'll go right by that Walmart, and I think they had a Subway inside.
Yeah, they did.
Cool. So we'll get some Subways, we'll get some beer, and
we'll continue traveling the Florida Trail.
Yep,
not
by
through
rail.
Hiking, and that's fine. In fact, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Scrib bless everyone who's going to continue hiking this trail past the point where we got off, because, man, that's some shitty shit to have to deal with. And filtering water for drinking and for eating 20 ounces at a time, Matt, I wish the best for you, but that's going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
That's 20 ounces. That's not even a liter, bro. Like, that's like...
Honestly, I'm happy for him that he's, like, doing his thing, and he has this goal, and he's most likely going to complete it. He seems strong at this point. It's super early on, but, like, I'm excited for him to get to the AT, because all of this shit will be relieved, and it'll just be, like, perfect, and the AT is great.
Yeah.
I don't want to hike it again yet.
Sorry, Mom.
But yeah, he has some good times coming, and I'm sure the Pinhoti has its own unique beauty.
It'll have good water, if nothing else.
Yeah,
but
good campsites. You won't be kicked out.
Yeah, that 200-mile
parks.
road walk in Alabama, though, Jesus Christ, I can't even imagine how fucking shitty that's going to be.
Which is why I'm so glad that we have very quickly given up the lofty dreams of the ECT in favor
bullshit.
of other things.
It's dumb.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that.
Well, I didn't know it until we tried, but man, it really is. It's really stupid. Yeah, I mean, damn. It's. I mean, he says he's. His website is churchofthemasochist.com or something like that. First Church of the Masochist. So he's in it for the suffering, and he's certainly got no shortage of that so far.
Yeah, and any other people that are out there on the ECT, there's a small handful. Definitely not like the AT where it's in the thousands of people that register and start at the southern terminus. But like, hey man, go for it. If that's what makes you happy. It has not made us happy up until this point, so that's why we're changing our plans every day and doing things that make us happy. But again, we have the privilege and opportunity to do that, and it's a good thing.
Yeah,
so
suck it. It's almost dinner time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, from our mouths to God's ears, may this night bless you and all those who you keep. Montgomery Burns, etc., and
hopefully
thus
I
to
don't
thy service.
Poop a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Or throw up.
I've pooped more today than you have.
Yeah.
There are some skeeters out here, too.
Yeah, there are.
I feel them on my legs.
Socks.
Yeah.
All right. Florida.
Oh, Florida.
We love you.
Yep.
But not at all.
Bye.
Bye.